Hey, what's going on? Edwin Liddy here, bringing you another video. Actually, this is a response to, or an update to a video I put out a few weeks ago on Instagram, basically talking about a builder's rep who managed to really make one of my clients very upset. I mean, livid. So let me give you the backstory, and let me tell you basically where we're at and what happened. Okay. So, I help a lot of people buy and sell real estate. And one of my clients that came to me and said, he was thinking about selling his house and buying and building another home, actually. But he wanted to build on a bigger lot. So he wanted more space. He was looking at, half acre, a little under a half acre. So when we were talking, on and off about the subject, and I said, well, when you get a second, stop by the builder's office and just get an update. See what they have available. Check out the prices, and then let's talk about it, because things always change, right? So that's what he did. He went to the builder's office and he spoke to the sales representative who represents the builder, and he explained, well, I'm thinking about building another home on a bigger site. It's just a possibility right now. It's nothing set in stone. And this was actually the assistant to the rep. The assistant told my client that he can absolutely do that. The only issue is he cannot use a realtor on the deal. So, red flags started going off left and right, because let me give you the backstory. So my client, who I helped build his first house with the same builder, there were a lot of issues that the builder had to fix during the process. More than normal, okay? And in that process, the sales rep really wasn't that helpful. It was kind of like oil and water at times, having to address certain issues. And basically, we had to escalate everything up to higher management to get certain things done. Now, in the end, the builder took care of everything, and we managed to get him closed, and he's happy. He's okay. But then there were some more issues with some warranty tickets that, things that he felt should have been addressed or should have been fixed. And again, the builder, after fighting him tooth and nail, came around and they took care of those issues. So, he's good. He's happy. Overall, he's happy with the home. And I'm not throwing the builder itself under the bus. I think the builder makes some good homes. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to mention who the builder is in this video, because I have a good relationship with the builder. This video is to address when you're dealing with the representatives that represent the builder. That's what this video is for. And I want to highlight to my client the experience that he had and the outcome of what took place. Okay, so basically, that's his past experience. He went to, let's catch up. So he went to the builder's office. The representative told him he couldn't use a realtor. He got upset. He said, why can't I use a realtor on the deal? And the assistant said that the sales rep told her, well, you don't need a realtor now, because now you understand how the process works. Red flag number 2, okay? Now, on the wall in just about every builder's office, when you walk in, there's going to be a plaque, or there's going to be a little poster or something that says, you are absolutely welcome to use a realtor on your deals. They just ask that the realtor is either present for the first meeting, or the realtor calls and does the introduction with the sales rep, and that card that you fill out with your information, the realtor's information is on that card. That's really what the builders require, so that they know that there was a realtor from the start, right? So builders, most builders, some builders, not all, actually like realtors. As a matter of fact, a lot of these builders, they allocate funds to pay the broker's fees within the deal. Before you even sign a contract, they already know they've put money aside in case they have to pay a broker a fee for representing a buyer, because a lot of buyers feel more comfortable have some type of representation from somebody in their corner, somebody who has their back or understands the contract, can explain it, can vouch for them, and can go to bat for them. So they encourage, most builders encourage. Now there are some that they say they encourage, but they really don't. If there's no realtor on the deal, then they get to make a couple extra bucks. Well, in this case right here, the builder's rep knew who my client was, remembered him, and remembered everything he went through, and remembered that, I was there, dotting I's, crossing T's, and holding accountable those who needed to be held accountable to a certain extent. Now, there's a line that you don't cross, as far as, you just cross the line, and then there's a line where you get to that line and you have to be stern and pretty much hold them to the T, the same way they hold you to the T, the letter of the contract, right? If it's not in the contract, it doesn't exist. So when he was told this, it was 2 strikes. He was very upset. The 3rd strike came when he said, well, is this a corporate decision? Is this a corporate SOP, standard operating procedure? Is this something that corporate said? And the response was, well, yeah, I believe it was from corporate. And he said, oh, okay. So I'll find out, because he was very upset and he's very uncomfortable going on the contract unless he's got, me representing him as his realtor, because I'm just that guy. While you're sleeping or you're working, I'm out at the field checking out what's being built on your behalf and asking questions and following up when you have questions and stuff like that. So we've got a great relationship. So needless to say, he calls me upset. He left the office. He calls me upset. And I'm like, what's going on? He said, man, you're not going to believe what just happened. So he explains everything to me, and I'm on the phone. I'm angry, but laughing at the same time, because I couldn't believe that this builder's rep, instead of thinking about the end product, hey, this is an opportunity to, get some business, right? More business, an opportunity to work with somebody who already has the product. So that means now they're going to come to the table with a better understanding of how it works. They have representation that understands the process, and they have builder knowledge. Okay, this is what they do, which means the process should go smooth. Decided to throw a monkey wrench in the plans and throw oil and water and just make it complicated. And that's why it was like I was angry and laughing at the same time, not understanding what it is. And you know what? I come to this conclusion that customer service has really gone out the window. People, I don't know if it's, well, yes, since the pandemic, it just seems like a lot of companies out there, instead of offering their best hand, their best foot or whatever, and just offering you service that's above and beyond, they go the extra mile just not to care. It's like a take it or leave it situation. And what I also don't understand is, you have somebody standing in front of your face who's saying, hey, I'm willing to sign a contract to build a house that's going to cost me $700,000, $800,000, $900,000. And you're going to tell that person, hey, by the way, you can't use a realtor on the deal. That's bad business. If I was the owner of the company, if I was the CEO, I would question the thought process of my sales rep, because it's like, we're in business to make money. You make money by providing exceptional customer service to the people that walk through the door who want to build a product. To do that, you have to know the product. You have to know everything about the product. So even if they want to build something, you should be able to tell them, well, here are some other options that you can possibly make. You can make things different. We can alter, we can do a semi-custom. We do some upgrades. You have to know all of that. Oh, by the way, you need to go to this community or that community and look at what we did with that same plan that you're thinking of building to get a feel for what it could possibly be. And it just, that's the way it should be, where you just go above and beyond. It shouldn't be a situation where, you know, somebody walks through the front door to ask a question, but you want all the questions sent to you via email so you have time to look it up and respond, or you respond in your spare time. It shouldn't be like that. Whether you're spending $5 or 500,000 or a million, customer service is customer service, and it has gone out the window for a lot of businesses. The sad part is the people who run companies, most of the time, they don't know what's happening on the bottom level, on the first floor, until it's too late, until there's a video out there that's gone viral, until it's on the news, until they get a letter from an attorney because they're being sued. A lot of times they don't know how customers are being treated at the main level, at the office, because they're in corporate, you know, at some, whether it's downtown Dallas, Fort Worth, or wherever, and they don't get to interact with the actual consumer, the person that's buying, until the deal is closed and you're sitting at the title company and the title rep hands you a laptop and says, oh, by the way, can you give, the builder wants a survey and they want you to rate the experience from start to finish. And then typically that survey is sent to corporate, and then corporate uses that survey to turn around and assess the people that work for them. But by that time, the damage is done. Because if one person could walk through your door and build a home or spend 7, 8, 900,000 or whatever the number is, and you do an exceptional job, and they decide, I want to do this again, and this time I want to build differently, you've already got your money for that deal because you closed. So they're coming back again to do it all over again. How much is that one customer worth if you do a great job? How much is that customer worth if you do a terrible job? In this case, they did not earn my client's business the second time around. So the follow-up is this. He did reach out to the CEO of the company via email and asked the same question. The response from the CEO was this: you can absolutely use your realtor to buy another home with us. And when he got that response, he paused, and then he sent it to me, and then he called me. And I said, yeah, well, I could have told you that, you know, but it's good that we heard it from the person in charge. That means the sales rep just took it upon themselves to make a decision. And that's scary, and it's really unethical. You don't do that. You don't do that. And you don't know how far, you don't know what you're going to say to someone and how far that conversation is going to go. You know, it may not stay within the four walls of it being said, in other words. So, yeah, he's not going to build again with the builder. We're going to go somewhere else, and I'll find him exactly what he wants. That's what I do. And we'll get him going, and he'll be happy. The point is this: the customer should be number one. You know, I get hired on as a specialist. I'm a licensed realtor. I'm with JP and Associate Realtors with the Liddy Real Estate Group. So my specialty is working hand in hand with either a builder or a seller, or if I'm representing the buyer, or if I'm representing the seller, then I'm working with other realtors to get the deal done through selling a pre-existing. So I'm a specialist. I specialize in getting results done for my clients, whether it's buying, selling, relocating, etc., to Dallas, the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, all over the place, all over the map. But when we go one-on-one, I specifically dial in on the needs of my client. Now, that means my client is the best and the most important thing at that moment. I have a fiduciary. You know what I mean? I owe my client truthfulness and transparency and honesty and integrity. I owe them, basically, I got their back. That's what that means. I got their back. Don't worry about it. Now, if that's the case, everyone that's in business should be the same way. Look, it's all about the customer. Without them, there's no business. You take the customer out of the equation and you no longer have a business. Someone would say, I think it was Mark Cuban, he would say, you have a hobby at that point. But customer service first. Put the customer first. They're the ones that's shelling out the money, getting pre-approved and going through the process of building because they liked something you presented. Now, it goes beyond just saying, hey, you can build this blueprint. Let's talk about every single thing that you can do, all the options. And you got to build right if you want to sell right. Hope this video helps somebody. It's funny because I'm thinking about what happened and it's all coming back to me. I'm getting upset again and laughing at the same time. I'm just passionate about it. And I'm not going to name names because I don't want to burn bridges, right? I like to keep my relationships professional and it's just one of those things where there should be a learning curve. So, if you see this video and you're the one that you know I'm talking about you, just do better. It's not my opinion about you. This something actually happened and this is all factual. Okay. And I don't want to get anyone in trouble, but you know what? Don't ever buy a house unless you have representation, unless you're a realtor yourself and you understand the contractual obligations, you understand what it's saying, you understand everything about it. Then do it. But if you don't understand any of that, you need to get with a realtor or an attorney or somebody that's going to help you, especially if you're relocating here to the DFW Metroplex. You need somebody that's on the other side of the table to go, no, wait. This was in the best interest of my client. This is supposed to be here. Do you know? I'll give you an example. If you were told that you're supposed to have double doors by the sales rep, and you agreed upon everything, but the contract says one door. Guess what you're going to get when everything is said and done? You're going to end up getting one door. You're not going to get double doors because the contract says one door. Now, sure, the builder's rep may have said two doors, right? But the contract, that's all. What does the contract say? The builders are quick to throw the contract back at you when it's time for something to be adjusted. If it's not in the contract, it does not exist. So it's in your best interest to have somebody representing you who understands the contract, who understands when something needs to be amended, then when you need to add an addendum, when we need to make a change, when something isn't done to specs as per the contract. You need somebody that's got your back. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. And when you find that person, basically, they're your go-to. It's like having that barber that just knows how to cut your hair. You don't go anywhere else. Or if you're a woman and you go to the salon, you got your go-to. Well, having a realtor is like that. You have that right realtor, they're in your Rolodex. They're in the top few numbers on your phone at all times. I get phone calls from my past clients all the time just asking me questions about taxes, about insurance, about selling, how's the market, what do I think, it's going and all that. And that's fine and well. I'm here for all of that. I'm here to help them understand because I'm the specialist when it comes to real estate. So anyway, I hope this video helps somebody. Don't be lied to. And if you're in that situation where you want to build, but you're not sure, if you're looking in DFW, give me a call and let me know. Let's do a Zoom. Zoom is really the best way for us to have this conversation so I can understand what your needs are. And let me tell you more about the builders that you're looking to actually do business with. Now, if you've already gone to the builder and you filled out that card and you've already started the process, I can't help you. I can give you some advice, but there's nothing I can do to help you from a contractual aspect because you've already agreed to go into business with the builder and they are not going to entertain bringing me on as your realtor. I've been down this road many a times, and a lot of times, I'll get that call and they go, but why not? Why wouldn't they let you on? And I go, well, I should have been there with you, or I should have initiated the actual transaction. So this really is for if you're thinking about making that move. Let's talk about it before you make the move. Let me give you some options. Let me give you my experience behind dealing with certain builders. Let me tell you what I think. And I'll be able to help you out. Definitely be able to help you out. Hey, I love what I do. And it's all about you at the end of the day. It's all about the consumer and providing exceptional customer service. So I'm Edwin Liddy with the Liddy Real Estate Group, brokered by JP and Associate Realtors out of the South Lake, Texas office. But we service the entire Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. And if you can't tell by now, I'm very passionate about it. I love what I do. And share this video, subscribe, and yeah, I hope I can meet and talk to you and help you, do your business going forward. And I'm also a specialist when it comes to relocating here. So I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.